Welcome back to this video lecture series on data structure and algorithms. Today, we'll be learning another operation on linked list, that is deletion in linked list. So let's start. In order to delete a node from linked list, we have to follow certain steps. So first, we have to consider some cases. If the node we want to delete happens to be the head node of the linked list, then the task is very simple. We have to make the node next to the current head node as the head node of the linked list. And then we just have to free the allocated memory for the previously head node. And then we'll be done with the deleting of the head node. Otherwise, if the node that is to be deleted is not a head node, what we have to do is we have to traverse the linked list while we don't reach the last node or the node value is not matched with data field of any node. Now once the node with the data field same as the value that we want to delete is found, what we do simply is we make the previous node point to the node that is next in sequence for the particular node that we want to delete. For example, in this diagram, suppose we want to delete this node C. So what we do, we traverse the linked list from A to D and also we find the value C. So using these two conditions, when we run a loop, we will stop here at this node C because this data now matches with the value. Now when we stop here, we have B as the previous node and D as the next node. In order to delete it, what we do is that instead of the node B pointing to C, we make the connection between the node B and D. So now the sequence is A, B, D instead of A, B, C, D. And then we just free the node, and finally we have this linked list which has not this C node in its part. So now let's jump into the coding part and see how we can implement it in code. So I have opened my IDE and this is the code I had written for creation and traversal of the linked list. So if I run it, you can see that this linked list is already been created, 3, 10, 2. So now I will implement the deletion operation here. For that, let's go to this main program. So now let's code to delete a node. For that, first we would ask the user to enter the value of the node you want to delete, and we will get the data using scanf %d comma ampersand. Let's say the value, the variable is value. We haven't declared it, so let's just do this int value. And now we will use a function here, and let's name the function delete underscore node. We will pass the head and the value to the function, and lastly we want to see how the linked list looks like after deletion. So let's just use this function again. So this function will do the deletion part, and it has a return type of struct node star. So let's first create the function. Okay, so again this head will have a type of struct node star, and this will have an integer. Now always it will return head. So now we have to check some cases, but before that let us take some variables that will be needed. So I'll create a demo node here, and will assign the head node to it. Also, I will be needing another node or that will be used to keep a track on the previous node. So let's name it priv. Now let's check whether the node we want to delete is head node or not. So the condition will be if demo not equal to null and demo data is equal to value. Okay, let's just do a bit of spacing here. Yeah, it looks good now. So if this happens, then what we do is the head will be now demo next, and we will free the node we created, demo. Now if it doesn't happen, then we have to give this condition to check whether the linked list exists. That is, we must assure that the linked list in which we want to operate this deletion operation is not an empty. So else if demo not is equal to null. Now here we will use the while condition, and this will check for two conditions. One is while demo not equal to null and demo data, okay, demo data not is equal to value. So if this happens, what we'll do, we'll keep a track of the previous node. So we'll assign priv to demo, and demo will be demo next. Now what if that the node is not found? So if that is so that the node is not found, then demo will have a value of null. So if demo is null, then we'll simply print the node you want to delete is not in the linked list. That's it. And if this is not, then what we'll do, we will assign the next field of the previous node as the next field of the demo, and we will free the demo. Okay, I think here, yeah, I should give an else part, and yes, I should paste this line of code here in the else part. So now, yes, so now the function definition is completed, and I guess this should work. So let's just run it. Okay, so head was not declared. Okay, that's a mistake. This will be head node, and this will be head node again. This will be head node. So yeah, let's run now. So enter the value of the node you want to delete. Let's say we want to delete 10. So yeah, you can see this is the linked list that should be after deletion of 10. So 3 2. Now let us also check what if we enter a value that is not in the linked list. So enter a value of the node that you want to delete. So let's say if I put 11, yeah, so the node you want to delete is not in the linked list, and it prints the same linked list. So this is how you operate the deletion operation on linked list. Thank you for watching this video and staying with us. See you next time.